Max Payne was a video game developed by Remedy Studios. It had you playing as a devilishly handsome and smug Max Payne while running around and shooting drugged up gangsters. The game mechanics were pretty simple: walk into a room and kill all the bad guys. What made this stand out, however, was the bullet time. Every time you dive, the game goes into slow motion, which was pretty cool at the time and became a staple for the trilogy that was eventually made for the years to come. I tried this game, and I honestly think the gameplay is a bit repetitive for my taste, but what got me through it all the way was the story. Max was a detective until he came home to discover that his wife and child were killed by a bunch of dickhats that seemed to have been under the influence of a drug called Valkyr. This encourages him to join the DEA and hunt down the people responsible for dealing the drug, even if he has to break a few rules along the way. It's a great rogue cop revenge tale that had you glued to the screen each time a new graphic novel cutscene came up. The writing for Max Payne's narration throughout the story is the bread and butter for this game. It is the sole reason why I think it deserves its high praise by its fanbase. His dialogue is well written and isn't afraid to sprinkle in some humor at times. Video games rarely had writing that was this captivating at the time. Long before The Last of Us and BioShock came along to blow us away with great characters and setting and story, Max Payne was way ahead of the curve. The dark atmosphere and noir-like tone took us by surprise, and we all loved it. So when Fox got the rights to make a movie, the fans got really excited to see their smirking anti-hero come to the big screen. I mean, the entirety of the game tone is based on classic noir films. Turning this into a movie should be easy peasy lemon squeezy. Right? Let's watch Max Payne. The film opens up with Max Payne narrating as he is drowning in the ocean.
There's an army of bodies under this river. Criminals. People ran out of time. Out of friends.
Now, this is actually a very good opening for the film. The writing is nice, and it almost mirrors the opening from the first game. But this is the only narration throughout the whole film. Yes, this movie only has one part where Max Payne narrates. If you played the game, you would know that Max narrates a lot. So, if this movie was trying to capture the tone of the games, it already threw away the biggest aspect to accomplish that. I mean, it starts off with narration, why couldn't it just continue with that? But hey, this is a movie. It's a visual medium. The main character shouldn't have to blatantly tell us what his emotion is or what his thoughts are. He should show us his emotions and thoughts through the great and nuanced acting. Oh my god, why did you pick Mark Wahlberg? Okay, I'm not gonna say he can't act, because he can, and he has proven himself to be great at it, but I honestly think he needs a good director to help him reach his full potential. Because if he has a bad director, you get scenes like this.
Plan on murdering me in my sleep.
What? No. What? No.
What? No. What? No. What? No.
In this movie, because of the uninspired writing, we don't really feel connected to this character. And that's only an issue when the character you aren't connected to is the main character of the movie. Example of why we are not connected to Max Payne as a character. In the game, there is a level where Max comes home and he discovers that his wife and child were murdered. This is not a cutscene. You play this level. You walk around the house. You are the one to walk through all the doors looking for your family. You can hear their screams. You're in control of everything. You are the one to discover their fate. You are with Max Payne the entire time. In the movie, it's all done in flashback, and the flashbacks happen at random points. We don't feel like we are there with Max because we just feel like it's a memory, so we are instantly disconnected with him. We may sympathize with him, but we don't feel there for him. We don't feel like we were there to see him experience that. It just all feels like this projected memory that they're showing us occasionally every once in a while, only filling in the blanks when the movie decides to show the blanks. So yeah. Already this film is proving to be a bust, but let's continue. So Max decides to go to the subway where he can interrogate someone who knows a lot more about this drug that apparently killed his wife and child. He interrogates one of the guys, but then this other guy who's influenced by the drug runs away, and then he's pretty much attacked by the drug. He starts seeing demons and angels and stuff, and then he gets run over by a train. So Max doesn't get enough information or something, and then he goes to this party where his friend is at. Now this friend is the one that apparently tipped him off about the guy at the subway or whatever, and then Max meets this girl, and hey, isn't that the chick in Hitman? Yeah, that's the chick from Hitman. What the fuck are you doing here, lady? Excuse me, you are in a lot of video game adapted movies. What are you doing? And then apparently the chick's sister comes, played by Mila Kunis, and okay, this is me personally. I cannot take Mila Kunis seriously at all. I mean, look, this is nothing against her. She can act, is nothing against her career at all. Just every time I hear her talk, all I want to say is,
mind your own business.
Shut up, Meg.
but that's just me. I mean, I understand that's a personal problem I have. I'm the one with the issue, not her. So Max discovers that this girl that he was talking to has the same tattoo as the guy at the subway. So he decides to bring her home to see if he can get more information, but all she does is piss him off because she makes some sort of remark about his wife, so he kicks her out. The girl's all pissed and she's walking down a dark alleyway where nothing bad ever happens, and then something bad happens to her. She gets attacked by the demons and, well, she's dead. So the next morning, Max's best friend slash ex-partner discovers the dead body and starts to investigate, which leads to him getting killed and also Max getting seriously injured. Max wakes up in a hospital next to the obviously not the main bad guy of the film. Very super obvious. He is not the bad guy. He is just way too friendly and nice. You just would never consider this guy to be the main antagonist of the film. You just would never consider it at all. He's just too nice for that.
Drop it, shithead.
Shut up, Meg.
So Mila Kunis comes into the picture again and tries to kill Max Payne because she thinks that Max killed her sister earlier, but Max explains himself saying, no, it wasn't me, it was the drug or something, and then she goes, oh, I kind of know where the drug comes from, I know this guy, let's call him up. So they call the guy up and they go to his location, and then the guy is obviously fucked up on the drug, and it leads to a really cool shot. So now Max has discovered that this tattoo has something to do with the drug because that guy had a tattoo and that girl had a tattoo and this guy had a tattoo. So obviously they go to the tattoo artist that has been giving out this same tattoo. And this guy is awesome. Okay, just the fact his voice alone is the most epic sounding voice I have ever heard in my life.
That's a Norse Valkyrie. Vikings used to wear them for protection. The only way you get to go to heaven is to die in violence.
So pretty much anyone wearing the tattoo is trying to symbolically protect themselves from the demons or the angels that are trying to kill them while they take the drug. So then these two go up to another person where they're asking who is going around killing all these people, and the guy explains that it's this crazy dude who's also taking the drug and he's trying to cause violence so that he can go to Valhalla when he dies and all this crazy crap. But you know what I've noticed so far? We are 45 minutes into the movie. We are practically halfway through the movie. And, you wanna know something that hasn't happened? A goddamn action scene. No, I'm not kidding. In the beginning, there is a short scene where he's in the bathroom, shooting bathroom stalls with a gun. That's it. That's the most action this movie has ever seen. You do realize that you're adapting this from a video game that's all gun action, right? But come on, we've got to be getting a good gun action scene soon, so let's continue. So Max decides to interrogate this guy who works for the company that his wife used to work for, and he has information on why his wife was targeted, because apparently she wasn't killed by some random mugging. There is a reason for why she died. But once he's about to walk out with the information, a bunch of police officers show up and they're trying to shoot down Max. Alright, here we fucking go. We're about to get some good gunplay action. And it's over. It's done. Yep, that's it. Wow. How short was that scene? Really? That's just a few minutes. Are you kidding me? All he did was take cover, shoot the sprinkler so that water sprayed everywhere. Somehow this makes him harder to hit. And then he grabs the package and then he just runs down the hallway. And then occasionally there's a slow motion shot here and there. But then he dives through the door and that's it. That's it. That's it. That's the whole action scene. We waited 45 minutes. No, we waited an hour for this scene. We waited an hour for a freaking action scene in an action movie. What the hell? God damn it, really? So anyway, they take the tape from the package and they play it, and it reveals that the crazy dude from before used to be in the military, and then they had him take the drug so that they could test to see if soldiers can use it to enhance their capabilities in the battlefield. And it seemed to have worked at first, but then he kind of went crazy, of course, and started killing everyone. So then they decided to go get this guy, because they apparently know where he is now. And this leads to probably the most dullest action scene I have ever seen in my life. All right, you guys really need to see this. This is phenomenal. Watch this part. Okay, so Max is in this warehouse and he's got a shotgun. He's ready to fuck shit up. Okay, and then he sees these two guys walk by. Okay, so Max hides, and so these two guys are walking up and they're looking around. They're trying to find Max. Hey, where are you, Max? Trying to find you. Hey, you taking an interest in science, Max? You taking an interest in science? Oh, hey, look. And then Max fucking comes up out of nowhere and shoots them right in front of them. He wasn't hiding behind anything. He was literally just crouching in front of them, just waiting for them to get closer, and they never noticed him. What the hell? He wasn't hiding. God, what? This is probably the worst action scene ever. And then immediately after this, there was a guy behind him up above a balcony, and then they decide to do the one slow motion shot, the one big giant slow motion shot. All he does is jump backwards and shoot. This scene lasts for like a whole minute, but it's just him jumping back and shooting. And the guy is apparently trying to shoot Max while he's doing that, but his bullets are like way off to the right. How is he hitting those bottles of drugs when he's trying to hit Max? You know how that's like 3 feet to the right, and you're not aiming. What kind of spread is on your fucking machine? What? Okay. Anyway, he decides to kill the bad guy, and he thinks all is right with the world. But then all of a sudden, he finds out that that guy that was, that was super nice and not the bad guy, he's the bad guy. He's like in charge of the company or whatever, and apparently Max knows too much, and so he gets him and then he drowns him in the river. I don't care. I really don't care at this point. I really don't care. But anyway, so Max is in this predicament where he's about to drown, but, of course, through sheer will and power, he decides to, free himself from the shackles, and he gets out of the water, and then he's super cold, so he decides to take the drug, which apparently warms him up, but then he's able to see all the demons and everything, but because he killed the main bad guy that doesn't kill anyone, he's able to use it as a superpower or whatever. Then he goes to the building, and he shoots everyone there, but he's like super powerful, so it doesn't even fucking matter if he gets shot or not. Look, he literally gets shot, doesn't faze him, he just goes, no tension whatsoever, and then he kills the dude. And that's it. That's the end of the movie. God damn it. Look, okay, I will admit one thing about this movie. The story is okay. It's alright. It's not the worst thing I have ever seen. However, the game did the story better. It's just interesting to think that Hollywood could come in and be like, oh, movies are a medium that have been around for centuries. Of course we would be able to tell the story better because we're super good at telling stories. And that's not how it works, Hollywood. There are real talented people behind the stories in video games, alright? And unless you get on the same level as them, you are not going to create anything as compelling as what they make. So that is why Max Payne falls flat. There is already a better version of the same story on a different medium. So that was my review of Max Payne, and well, it kind of was a bit of a pain to get through. Please give a like and subscribe, and also comment on your thoughts down below. I also will be giving you 2 suggestions. What do you want me to review next? Do you want me to review Gamer or VGHS? Gamer is Hollywood's interpretation of video game culture, and VGHS is the video game culture's own interpretation of video game culture. So that should be interesting to talk about. Go ahead, decide what you want down below, and I'll hopefully get it out faster than I got this dumb video out. So thank you for your patience, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.